Come on a journey with me, Brie Lawrenson, where we talk about the stories behind the scenes in the music industry. Grab a drink or four. This is your front row ticket in to the distillery with me, Brie. We gave away a Yeti cooler in October, $1,000 in December, and because of the Patreon family, Brie Lawrenson Patreon family, we were able to donate $500 to the Children's Hospital here in Ottawa. Thank you to my Patreon family. Join the fun. Check it out. Brie Lawrenson on Patreon. We do giveaways all the time. And with 68 new members, we would love to keep growing. Check us out. Brie Lawrenson on Patreon. Okay, well, you do it then.
No, go ahead. No, just do it your way.
Welcome into another episode of The Distillery with me, Brie Lawrenson, and Attic T, who's totally messing up my vibe right now.
I'm not messing up your vibe. How am I messing up your vibe?
I was on fire with that first intro.
No, that was a good one. I'm sorry. That was a good intro.
Yeah, and you're like, no.
Well, it's usually because...
I think that your ego wanted to stop it because it was too good.
No,
Yeah. You have an ego. You're a man.
Okay, well, this was a short episode.
This was a short episode.
Oh, man. What are we talking about? Oh,
I love how you're wearing your snowman Christmas
yeah, I know.
pants.
I'm very comfortable right now. I'm even wearing my slippers. I'm super comfortable.
You are.
Right now.
Wow, and I got all dressed up in my black dress.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
I'm like,
you did not have to do that.
in the middle of doing my
great.
hair. Well, thanks.
You change your hair again.
Again, I do it all the time. I love it. I love doing it. It's
blue,
a hobby for me now.
It's what?
So now it's like an ombre. So it goes from like brown.
Ombre?
So I dyed my real hair. I took my braids out. I dyed my real hair black.
Correct.
First, I dyed it violet, and I was like, "That's dumb."
Why?
It looked purple.
Did I even see it violet?
Yeah, it looked purple because like the roots were black, and then the blonde tip because it was so blonde before.
Yeah.
It looked purple. So I was like, "This is retarded." I mean, I shouldn't say that
Don't
word.
say
I'm
that
so
word.
sorry.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. And then I went away on the girls' weekend, and all the girls were like, "Oh, I love your hair." I'm like, "No, I'm trying to fix it. I just didn't have enough time." So, and then I bought the extensions that went from black to dark blue to light blue.
Those are the most recent ones that were in.
And that's the ones that I put in. And I only had those in for like a week because I was
I like the blue. The blue's nice.
It was different, but and now I got these. So it's like brown.
So is it like a
dark
golden,
brown to like gold brown to blonde at the end.
Nice. They look nice. Another...
it keeps my hands color. Busy, you know?
Yeah.
It's like knitting, but it's not knitting.
You knitted a lot during the pandemic.
Yes, I did.
We still have a bunch of knitting stuff.
We have all kinds of knitted hats that I made for my merch. And
you just sent some stuff out this week too to Patreon.
And I've sent some hats, yes, to Alabama and
shout out to Alabama.
Texas, I'm sure. The hotter places, I'm like, you're not going to need this.
Yeah, you're not going to need a toque.
But here's your toque from Canada. Here's your toque from Canada.
Don't wear it in the summer. You'll get really hot.
Stream Brie Lawrenson everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, and this episode's coming a little late because it's been another crazy week. I feel like I've been working like 12 hours a day every day. And it's an hour drive to work, so from there, it's usually like a 13-hour day. Sometimes 14-hour day by the time we leave the house and get in. So it's been a very busy week.
Yeah, and then you come home and Zane is like nuts and crazy.
He gets all excited when I get home. I was throwing him around today on the couch.
It's not like we don't got nothing going on.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well, plus the cord broke too, right?
The cord? Oh, yeah, that's right. We had a few technical issues.
Yeah, we had some technical issues too. So this one's coming a little bit late, but everything's fixed now. We even bought extras, so I'm very happy with that. We were talking earlier about TikTok.
Yes, the news on TikTok.
So give us the news because she's been very passionate about it.
I just think it's crazy.
So what's going on?
What are we, Cuba? We're not Cuba.
No.
We're not communist. Well, I'm sorry, we aren't because hello, we're in Canada, but the U.S. has passed the bill to ban TikTok.
Yeah.
And so if I think that TikTok has like 130 days until it's like banned, unless it gets bought by a U.S.
Yeah. Kevin O'Leary's going to buy it.
And that's what I heard, and I was like, "Thank you, Shark Tank."
Watch the cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting really passionate.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin O'Leary. He's like,
He's buying it from the States, right? So it's not because Canada. What's Canada doing with this right now?
well,
Just 1 second. You keep talking.
I think that they're actually like reviewing it as well to like pass the same kind of bill.
Canada is?
Yeah. And it's all because, they think that the Chinese, they think it's dangerous because
it's spying. It's the Chinese is spying.
It has the app. It tracks all your data. It tracks everything from your phone, I guess. Right?
So when I was looking at TikTok, when I was reading about the Kevin O'Leary article, here's something that he said that's pretty cool. So he's like, proposing purchasing these assets into a new American company. So that means, the servers, everything's going to be, what he says, everything is going to be in American soil, including the servers and everything. He says, I'll guarantee the servers are on American soil. I guarantee we'll close the Chinese backdoors in the code. I'll guarantee it's safe for users, small businesses, and large businesses. It will be an American company.
Well, that's the thing, because if they take away TikTok, they are affecting the economy like directly, because there's so many small businesses that run and they make their living.
I see a lot of ads on that stuff now. Even like ads out of Toronto for like used cars and stuff. I see a lot of videos on TikTok about cars and
because it's the best way to market your business.
This is
now.
another person who's offered to buy TikTok. He's the former Activision Blizzard CEO Bobby Kotick. So the publication reported that Kotick has expressed his interest in buying TikTok to ByteDance co-founder Zhang Yiming and OpenAI CEO Sam Altman. You
I'm
can't
sure
trust
that
everything you read on the internet, but that's two people that
there has to be, even from me being an avid TikTok user, I'm watching lives like 24/7 when I'm not sleeping. I'm watching a live of a creator that I love or whatever, or just scrolling. I'm totally addicted, but that's not what I'm going to talk about right now. I'm seeing creators say that like there's so much money, even from like some big billionaire from like the Dubai or something could buy it. Like
100%. Yeah, anybody could buy it. Yeah.
And that's definitely what's going to happen. I feel
it could be,
but also they're literally rioting in Washington right now. Like Mama Tot.
Who?
Mama Tot from TikTok.
Who is Mama Tot? You're talking like I should know who Mama Tot is.
Well, you should, because she has like millions of followers.
Okay.
Her son was murdered.
Oh.
And like she was already a big creator before all that happened, and then all of a sudden her son was tragically murdered, and her TikTok family basically got her through that, and because of it, she received so much support, and even like financial support. Like
that's amazing.
Like
it is a sense of community for a lot of people.
And
it is a sense of community.
I just saw a TikTok of Rosie O'Donnell tonight. She's saying, "This is ridiculous. They can't get rid of TikTok. There's so many people that rely on TikTok, and it's affected our community
for sure
in so much positive ways." And I'm like, Rosie O'Donnell. She's like, how many? She has, I don't know, 8 million, probably more than that, followers. But she's an avid user, and she's like, and by the way, I love it. Like, it's so fun. Yeah. It makes me happy. Like,
Well, I think we've talked about it before, right? It's just people started to get connected during the
And
pandemic, and
that's what I was gonna say. Sorry, I got off track.
excited.
My point was about Rosie is that she said the reason why they're banning TikTok is because there are real people posting in there are real people that are living in war zones that are posting about like what's happening, and it's not controlled by mass media, which is essentially would never show those things because of the corporate gain that
right.
Yes, exactly. It's real people showing real life things, and it's all just like a crazy political thing, and it all again is all about money and the government trying to control people.
Well, you're
right
seeing
now,
that, you don't even see that just in the States. You see that kind of everywhere, where the government's trying to control everything, right?
Yeah,
it's
I think that they'd be taking away our freedom of speech and our rights to
to party.
Yeah, I think it's nuts.
It is crazy, honestly. It is.
And I don't think it'll happen. I don't think that TikTok is going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, if Kevin O'Leary is serious about it, and he knows investing and all that type of stuff, right? He knows that he could also make a shit ton of money off it.
He's like an amazing businessman. Yeah. He knows how to do it. He knows how to run it.
Speaking of business people, did you see Beyonce with that? I think. Oh shit! Where was the wedding? I don't want to say the wrong country. The wedding.
No, are you talking about Rihanna?
Yes,
Rihanna,
sorry, I said
Beyonce.
Beyonce. Sorry, Rihanna. Yeah,
doing
the
private
concert
party
for $6 million fucking
No,
dollars.
it was $8 million, I think.
I read 6, but it could be 8. I think when I was talking to my brother about it last weekend, he said 8, so it could be 8. Like I don't know.
Because she doesn't tour anymore, right? She doesn't
this is like her first. It said it was just her first full length concert.
But she's worth
years.
Billions of dollars now because of her fashion.
Her fashion line. What is that? Just clothes?
It's Fenty. It's Fenty Beauty, and so they have makeup, they have clothes, lingerie. Mostly, I think it started with lingerie.
Yeah.
But for all sizes of women, not just Victoria's Secret.
It didn't go. Victoria's Secret doesn't go
No, so Fenty actually has real women sizes for real women that aren't Victoria's Secret models, and that was a whole thing. But
what I'm saying is Victoria's Secret doesn't have.
No.
They just go up to a certain size.
No, have you heard the song recently?
Which song?
About Victoria's Secret and how Victoria's Secret was made by a man. This is why we need Jamie. We need our Jamie.
I know, Samaya, you're fired. You even started.
Because she would know exactly what I'm talking about right now, and you're just huh?
So
what's
the story? So the song?
Victoria's Secret was made by a man, and made to feel, that normal women can't be proud of their bodies.
Oh.
If it's that.
Okay.
The whole body positivity thing. There was a huge song and it was on.
Oh, really? I'll have to check that out.
Mm-hmm.
It's an actual
song. Yeah, I forget who does it. That's why we need Samaya. Oh my gosh.
What song have you been listening to lately nonstop by Luke Combs?
His song out. It's called "Where the Wild Things Are."
Give us something.
Oh. Whoa, it's hearts on fire and crazy dreams. Whoa, ignites those nights like gasoline. I just love it.
What's the song about?
It's basically, I think it's about, and if you watch, I watch him on YouTube a lot, and there's only, I think, one video for it, and he's holding his phone while he's in the studio, just singing it, and I don't know if it's a true story, but the story is about two brothers, a big brother and a little brother, and how the big brother, the one line in the song, goes, he kick-started that bike and broke mama's heart, or something like that. So he's got a motorcycle. My big brother had an Indian Scout, black like his jacket. American spirit hanging out of his mouth, just like our daddy. He kick-started that bike one night and broke mama's heart. And I'm just like, the spirit behind the siblings in the story really speaks to me. So I love it.
Okay.
I'm just like,
yeah.
you know, he goes, I called my brother from the back of that plane. It's basically about his big brother, like, getting on a motorcycle and driving away from where they are and going out to live in California. But then he goes to see him in California. And if you listen all the way to the end of the song, they actually, the big brother dies because of his motorcycle. Yeah.
Oh, he ended up getting in a motorcycle accident?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sad.
Yeah. Okay.
I know, but I love
You
sad
just took
songs.
the air out of this room.
I'm sorry, but I don't know. I was like, but I knew he'd never leave. Oh, they say he hit that guardrail at 3:30. It's like, it just
What's it
takes
called?
that twist to turn, and you're just like, you're gutted, like, right?
What's it called again?
It's called Where the Wild Things Are.
Where the Wild Things
And we buried him in the western wind neath the west coast stars, out where the wild things are.
Did you learn it on guitar yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Did you record it already and put it on TikTok?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've done two. Like, I'm doing these cover sessions. I find that
What is this? What is the nighttime after hours? Free after hours. You just
I
turned
turned
your
my
mic
mic
off.
off. After
Free
hours.
After Hours on
Well, it's like
TikTok.
literally because I'm such a night owl, and then
You are.
you know, so when you guys are in bed, I'm like either working on editing or I'm I haven't live streamed in a little while, or I'm creating content, or I'm creating merch for like the show that we have coming up and the Patreons. But all the, like, while I'm doing that, I'm watching like YouTube of like Keith Urban songs that I love, and like,
Is that inspiration for you?
and then all of a sudden I'm like, God, I should just I should just post a song, like, because that's kind of, I'm so sporadic with it. It's just, I feel like
ADDing out.
I need to just get it out.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm just like, well, and it's like so late. People are probably like, wow, she posts this at like 12:30 at night. But literally, I've always been a late.
Yeah. So that's what it is? Like, you just kind of posting covers?
Just covers, yeah.
Nice.
And then like if it's a cover, I'll say the cover sessions are after hours, or
Yeah.
like if it's not a cover, like I did.
I like the lighting and stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I had the blue hair.
Yeah,
like
look
in
nice.
the
Look
kitchen.
nice. Yeah. I was like, I know that kitchen.
Okay, wow, but I don't know her. Like, who's that?
Who's the famous lady singing in my kitchen?
And actually, there was a lot of people because I did an after hours of my song "Hell Down Here,"
Yeah. Great
and
tune.
there was a lot of people like commenting and being like, "My aunt just passed away from cancer. This song hits me hard," and like
Yeah.
hearts and stuff.
And that's the whole point of music.
Exactly. And
So-
I'm like, so when I feel, because my life is so sort of jam-packed these days, that when I get a moment and I feel like I'm inspired, I got to get it out at that moment, even if it's like 1:30 in the morning. And I used to do it even when I was a kid and a teenager. I'd wake up in the night, or I wouldn't sleep at night because I was writing lyrics on my wall.
Yeah.
Like my
Your
mind.
mom still complains about that. To
I
this
know,
day.
because she had to fix that wall. Yeah, so I don't know.
And
I
what
just-
are you working on for music right now? Because you're kind of writing a couple bangers.
Yeah, a couple emotional ones.
Can you give us a little bit of
I
it?
do have a new song that, well, two new ones actually.
We'll release them to Patreon whenever they're
Yeah,
Kinda
the
ready to
Patrons
go.
always get
Yeah.
the like literally the actual
raw
voice
version.
notes.
Yeah.
Like this is my out of
This
tune
is-
guitar at
yeah.
1:30 in the morning, and I
Yeah.
just have to record it so I don't forget it. Like they get, that kind of stuff because that's what they pay for. And it's cool
yeah.
to have that community because it's like family,
Yeah.
because it's like as soon as I write a song, I would send it to you or I would send
Yeah,
it to
for
mom,
sure.
like
Yeah.
raw, and because I know that like you'll be supportive,
Of course.
and mom will be totally honest, and
Yeah.
she'll be like, I like it, I don't know. And
I'm always gonna like it.
sometimes
It's just
she'll be
easier.
like, "Oh my God, it's fantastic!"
So tell us about the songs. One of them,
so
at
one
least,
of them's
anyways.
called "Karma Always Wins." I'm still working on it, but I had like an inspiration last night, and I was just like, I have to record this. I don't know if it's gonna be what the song will be, because there's always rewrites and stuff that I always make sure,
So this is
because
like-
you want it to be like. And this is the unfortunate thing, because as an artist, I write about things that I go through.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like therapy to me. If I don't write it, then I even get sick. Like, I'm like, oh my God, like I need to
You
get
have to
this
get it
out.
out. It's an outlet for you, right?
Yes.
Writing
and
is
it's
an
always
outlet.
been.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sometimes it's very deep and like very vulnerable what I come out with. But I mean, I want to be that kind of artist. I don't want to hide things from my fans. I don't want to, commercialize everything because God, they play the same songs over and over and over
Yeah,
again.
and it's usually about the same things for the most part,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So it's nice to
You
have a
wanna
song
be-
that's raw and emotional.
And stand out,
Yeah.
right? And then like those are the songs that people actually talk to you about, like,
And
oh my
connect
gosh,
with,
your
yeah.
song "Bottom of the Bottle."
Yeah.
There was one of my friends, and because of that song, she is my friend, because she came up to me at a show and said that it saved her life, that song.
Yeah. While
And,
she was going through a rough breakup. And
So yeah, one of them's called "Karma Always Wins," and then the other one is called "Love and Hate," and "Love and Hate" has been a title that I've been letting float around in my mind for probably 5 months now, 6 months.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I didn't really know. I don't know. Maybe I was just wasn't ready to write it yet. And then all of a sudden, it's like you get a download. It's like all of a sudden.
So so you were thinking of a title, then all of a sudden the lyrics just hit you.
Yeah. So you
Okay.
think of a title and the concept of it.
Concept,
like
you mean
the
like
experience that you want to write about.
Oh, okay.
Like love
okay.
and hate.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the dynamics of how you learned about love and hate and family dynamics and stuff. That was the whole concept of the song, but I hadn't written it for 5 months because I just don't think I was ready.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the other night I think I was just back from girls' weekend and like so like exhausted on the Monday. But
Why were you exhausted?
I don't know.
Oh.
Girls' weekend, you
Girls'
have
weekend.
girls' weekend. You have lots of hearts to hearts.
All right.
Okay, that's girls.
You were emotionally drained.
So yeah, emotionally drained, and then there was lots of alcohol and
Okay.
stuff.
All right.
Hot tubbing and heart to hearts, which is like the best thing ever. And then I don't know. I guess maybe my brain just felt like I was ready to speak about it.
Yeah.
And then I sat down on Monday. Like, it's not like phones just fell off there.
I think your hair is in the way.
I'm still in the middle of finishing it.
Oh, okay.
It's not like I have a writing schedule because my songwriting has always been so spontaneous, and
Yeah.
I never treated writing as like a 9-to-5 job, and I know that a lot of artists in Nashville do, and that's totally something that I could have done for sure. But then I had a lot of support in Canada, and I could have moved there, but I met you and
Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate
and
it.
done like the 9-to-5 songwriter thing, but it's not really how I've done things. And so spontaneously these things just kind of come. And
So can you give us a little bit of each song? Like could you sing us a verse or two? Will the karma always wins?
is that your interpretation of me?
No, that's just my
Yeah,
interpretation.
karma always wins. You have to like put it like a country twang on it. I can do a little bit because I don't know what I'm doing with Karma Always Wins yet. I can do a little bit of Love and Hate.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Well, you put me on the spot now. I don't have my guitar.
What would you like me to do about that?
Just give me a second here.
Give it
I have your hands in your eyes, but all you really ever gave me was goodbye. Loving you was my first mistake, but how was I supposed to know that it would go this way? That's all I'm gonna do.
Nice. I love it.
Thanks.
I heard a little bits and pieces
on
of it
TikTok,
the other night.
I put it on.
Did you?
Because sometimes I want to know how everyone else feels about it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that it's a vulnerable song, and I'm like, well, if there's a real human connection out there for it, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's meant to be.
Yeah.
And people are like, they were commenting. They're like, oh my God, like, this made me cry. Like, wow. And even my friends on Facebook and stuff, and they loved, like, all of the reception was really
That's
great.
awesome.
And,
Is that the song that, because you were listening to, is it the Carrie Underwood song or Miranda Lambert? Wagon
that song?
No. Shit. Was it I cut my bangs with some rusty kitchen scissors? Was that the song?
Oh, Mama's Broken Heart?
Was that the song you're listening to last night?
No.
No.
What was I listening to last night?
I don't know, but I thought Karma Always Wins kind of sounded like it.
Oh, karma always wins. Ooh. It's like it's gonna be like an upbeat. It's kind of like I hope she makes you smile.
That's what
that
it is.
one.
Yeah. What song is
the
that?
way you used. That's called I Hope by Gabby Barrett. And so a lot of my songwriting, I'm inspired by other songwriters. So, like, I'll bring my original song into the studio, and then I'll bring a song like that
Yeah.
as well, and
Yeah.
I'll let the musicians hear it. And
We
say,
kind of
like,
talked about that with Beard Music.
Yes, with Beard, yeah. I do
past,
with them all the
past,
time.
archive episodes, yeah.
yeah. And so that's like a songwriting process for me, because, and it's so funny. I was thinking earlier today about writing songs in Nashville when I just started going there, and it was my first time writing with a lyricist that didn't actually play an instrument or sing or anything. They were just a lyricist. So
Oh, really?
yeah, he was like,
So the guy has no musical talent.
no, like he was just there, as like his skill was a lyricist. So he's just good with words. And
That's pretty
he's
cool.
he's like, can you sing this for me now? And he's like, no, I need you to sing it for me because I need you to be inspired by your talent, like the way that you're singing. Like, just do that thing where, like, musicians, like, play something and then they're, like, inspired by it, so they continue on. I don't know why. I just thought that was so funny because it's true. Like, as a songwriter from, like, the age of 12, I would sing things and then I would think, like, this is how I'm going to go from here if it sounds like that. It's, like, really... it's a process. And he was so funny because he said it. He's just like, let your talent inspire you. I'm like...
So he was saying, like, sing it and then, like, replay it in your head and then.
And let you, like, let's
Just
all
let
hear
yourself
your
go with
beautiful
it.
voice so
Yeah.
that we can be inspired by the melody and like, it's like a muse, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have the actual artist in the room
Yeah.
that has the voice, and so you have to hear the way that it's coming out
Yeah.
in order to continue on. And it's such a funny creative process.
What was
really.
that guy's name? Do you remember?
I felt like, oh my God, no.
Oh.
I've
Shout out to
written-
you wherever you are.
I've written so, like, with so
Well,
many.
yeah, you've written with so many people.
But
When was that? When did you go do that? Do you remember what year that was?
yeah, that was when I was writing with, I guess I won't say his name.
No, don't say anybody's
I
name.
shouldn't.
No.
That's the thing. Like, I don't want to, like, name drop people. This industry is so funny that way.
Yeah.
But, it was right when we started dating, and I
Oh, okay.
was going back and
Okay.
forth to Nashville all
yeah.
the time.
That was like 2011.
Okay, let's not focus on that.
We're old. Well, we're not that old, actually. We're pretty young. Anyway, not to throw it in anybody's face. I'm just kidding.
Okay, you're digging a hole now. That's what you're doing. Just move. Let's move past
It's a
it.
good time to wrap this episode up. I
Okay.
think it's a good time to wrap this episode up. We were going to talk about your trip to the CCMAs in Edmonton.
In Edmonton,
but
the first time I
we'll
went.
do that next episode.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I got to meet Gord and go in his hotel room.
Yeah.
And, okay. And things got hot and heavy. No, I'm kidding.
Wow.
That
This
sounded.
episode is over.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
Well, yeah, that is what it sounded like. It's
But
not
it's
what
not
it
like
was.
what it was. No.
April 19th, we still got ticket on sale, limited seating. The Oakfield Rugby
Yes.
Park in Perth, Ontario. So we'll definitely be playing a show there. Bree's going to be playing. We got Brad Scott as the opening act. And
Bradley D. Scott.
Bradley D. Scott. We're still trying to line up a date with him to
I've
get him on an
communicated
episode.
with him today.
Yeah, good. And then we're going to be recording an episode live of the distillery. So
on April
be-
19th.
Yeah,
and
it's
you
going to
can
be a
still
cool
get
concept.
tickets if you are across the world or in the States and can't make the actual show. You join us. Excuse me, I just burped right into the microphone. Yeah. That's the White Claws for you. Join us on Patreon and then you'll be able to live stream the whole thing.
Yeah,
But
for
you do
sure.
have to be like a paid member on Patreon.
Yeah.
So for as little as less than you probably spend on Starbucks a month,
Yeah.
you can become a Patreon member and stream the show live from the
we're
comfort of your own
We're
home.
going to be going for a test run. We got one of our a friend of the podcast, Beard and Board podcast, who are a supporter of our emails.
Bearded and bored.
Frequent guest on there. Check out their podcast. But he's going to be coming down, and we're going to try to do the Patreon live just to make sure everything works.
Yeah.
And then we're going to be talking to the producer over there to make sure we can get sound hooked up straight from the board into the camera.
All of these
so you'll have good
things.
good audio
All of these
for
things
that live.
happen.
I'm
That people
Addict
don't think
T,
about. I'm Brie Lawrenson.
and we'll catch you on the next one.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good episode. See you later.
Nice, babe. You just let me ramble.
Yeah, that's okay. You did. It wasn't like you were.